Good afternoon and welcome to another video. Right, today we are going to work on the RG31 radiogram. This is a late model from 1965, I believe. And looking by the record deck that they've used in it, the BSR UA 15 or 16 Auto Slim. There we go. Right, let's see who's just popped in. Hey, I have to go this far because I can't see without my bloody glasses. Can't see over there. Go this far because I can't see without my bloody glasses. Yeah. Hello Patrick, hope you're doing fine mate, hope you're doing fine. Right, let's get me a drink. Right, so what we're going to do today is work on the RG31 radiogram from Dansette. I would have helped turn the iron on, but probably lose a Salt's camera now I've done that. But do we really care? No. Right, that speaker's got a hole in it, but we'll try and do something about it. But somebody did leave a message on me, a comment saying that they actually had, there's my glasses, saying that they actually had a couple of these elect speakers if I need them. But we'll see. That's nice of somebody to do that. Right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to make things easier here for us. We'll get this wire off that power supply because that's for CB radio. And we're not doing CB radio today. We do CB radio, that is what we're going to do Sunday. We're going to do a CB radio Sunday this week. And that's where we're going to be doing CB radio. Oops. Right, so what we want to look at here, to put my glasses on, because I want to take the transformer actually off here. That goes into the winding, so I can't take it off at that end. I'm going to take all the wires off the on-off switch because we're not leaving them on, because it's easier. Not only is it easier to get the bloody wires off, they're going to be replaced anyway. And this is somebody else's unfinished project. Another insight into people thinking they know what they're doing and don't. So that's my idea of what an unfinished project means. Somebody started it, got out of their depth, didn't realise what they were taking on. Unless, of course, you get the medical reasons why somebody can't finish a project because they've taken ill, or they can no longer do it. That's excusable. asleep. Christine, give me a jumbo when you get that. Yeah, well, he can't have his sandwich. That'll all be cleaned up and redone. Now what we'll do, we'll take a memory jogger of this so that we know, so we don't have to mess about. There's no shame in taking memory joggers. I do it all the time. Doesn't hurt to take a photograph, so that you know. And if you get into difficulty, which I won't, but oh, you had a few beers. Yeah, no, not wrong with doing that. Not wrong with a few beers. I don't drink, but I used to. I don't anymore. So what we can do now, we can remove these wires. This is what we're looking at doing. We might end up having to take them off the board end. There we go, one off. The red one is the HT, black one's ground, red one's HT, yellow one's the heaters. And that yellow one, that red one just pinged off that red one. And it just goes to the lamp. And that's why it helps to take memory joggers. Because if I had took a memory, let's get these radio wires out of the way. Look at this. The radio wire here for the CB. Oops. Just move that. There we go. Right, that's the transformer disconnected. Now, what we'll also do, well, we won't disconnect that, but we're going to have to reconnect wires back to it anyway. We won't disconnect that either, there's no point. Now what we'll do, we'll turn on our solder station. We're going to replace, we've got a new fuse holder there as well, which is going to go in. We're going to replace the we're going to replace the fuse holder. We're going to replace the rectifier here, put a new one in. But we're not going to bother with that just yet. We're going to replace R11 because that's known for failing. See if we've got you in a position I can show you all this. Whoops. Right. R11 is down there in between the two valves. That one there. We're going to replace him, and we'll probably replace a few others as well along the way. We're going to replace the smoother. All the electrolytics are going to be getting replaced. These two waxes here, they'll be getting done. And that's probably about it. So it's just on two waxes, the electrolytics. And that's probably about it. But what we're going to try and do, I'm going to try and remove the solder with the solder removal tool, the solder sucker. Try and do. There we go. There we go. Right. See, I'm left-handed, you see, that's the problem. I'm a left-handed man in a right-handed world. So. I can get that under there actually. See if we can get that under there now. No. Everything that wants to go, we will heat that up there, and then is that blocked? No, it ain't. So we'll lift that there. It's not blocked. So that's all. It's that one there that has to come out. We've got a bit off there. Let's try here. See, I'm trying to get it off without damaging the print. But on these boards it's very difficult. That one's off. So we can get a tool under there, lift that leg up. That one's actually undone. And that one there is. Just that one there. Just that one there. Just put some pressure on it sideways there. There. Just gotcha. Well, that's the capacitor out. Let's see what it reads. Is it a worker? Or is it? Is it a worker or is it a wanker? What do we think? Worker or a wanker? Probably a worker, but we'll find out now. $23, no ESR. $45, that's up a bit. And 44, that's up a bit. So, yeah, although they're a bit high, although they're higher than what they should be, they're knackered. So that 32, UF is the square, the triangle is 16 and the other one is 25. And it goes in. And that's why we had trouble getting it out, because that pin there didn't desolder that one. But we're out, so the wide one, so it went in that way. It went in that way, let's move that one. So that one is 32, so it's fine. Where we put with capacitors. So the 4 so goes in that way, and the 32 is the square, which is goes in that way, and the 32 is that one. So the 32 so if I put that, the other two are both the same value, so it doesn't matter. I'll put that there. Let's have a look. The earth has gone down when it shouldn't. So let's see. Yeah, that's earth. So basically we want to connect so we want him down there. So it's him down there. We are going to sleeve these, we're just getting it right first. And him, yeah, that's right. So him there, yeah, him there. Him, move him out of the way. We'll bend him out of the way because we can put another lead on him because he's got to go. We'll take him there. So this is where we want it. No feet going there, make sure that we're right. Yep. That one, that one, that one. And the ground, I can solder wire to that's no problem. Now we just need to find the heat shrink so we can sleeve it all. So it's all safe. Put all that there in a minute. There it is. The heat shrink. Where's my clippers gone? Gone. There they are. So I'm going to start by so we're going to clip that one there. And we'll slide him onto there. Then we'll just get the heat. There we go. Next one. Out there. That's probably one piece that's probably going to do all of it, apart from the ground. And slip. That piece over there. The ground's not a problem, we can just put a wire on there. Do that, that's not a problem. Sort that out in a minute. There we go. Now, get a piece of wire. A component leg would probably do it, a long one. A long component leg would probably do. Something like that. Would probably do. You only want to put it into the ground hole and then sleeve it up. Yep. Yeah, I purchased somebody else's unfinished project. Not that I mind. At least for once it's all here. Usually when you do that, you tend to find that you've got bits missing. That's as far as we can go. So I'm going to come off there. We'll clip that there. I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to now shrink that down. Get that bloody bit of solder off there. Shit. Bloody hell. Bloody camera. Get up there. I'm going to do something about this camera. The trouble is, I don't want to stick it down. I might find a better base for it. There we go. Just get that off there. That's got it. Just wanted that bit of solder off there. Right. So. Get them down the holes that I made for it, get the valve holder out of the way, clip the retainer out of the way. So we want to go there, 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 and that one, which is the ground. To there. Just double check this, make sure that we're right. So push that through there a bit. That's it. Right, so that's the first one, and that goes up to the rectifier, which is correct. Yeah. That's the way they want you to do it. Oops. You want that to fall that way, but it's done it. We'll do dim over there, dim over there. We'll make the legs stronger. And why we've not got one on the ground there? Hang on, that's wrong. Right. So the ground is that one there. So we need that one, that one, that one, and that one. So let's move this one, the ground. So that's that one. So let's make sure, yeah, that one didn't have one on it. So it goes there, there, and let's get the round. So it's there. How's the ground? How's that one there? Get them the way you need them, you know, or correct orientation. There we go. So that one's there. We'll bend them over. That one, we need to connect the grounds. That one is there as ground. That one is there. And that one is there. And that one's ground as well, so it needs to be connected up. So that's how it goes. So basically, we one, I'm leaving the legs long. That way, if there's any problem, that way they won't break off as easy. Won't leave the board. And that's why I'm doing this. And that's the fin capacitor That snipped the leg off. For the ground. It's got that. It's that capacitor in. Just check everything. That's in. Just make sure that nothing's that's alright. Make sure I've got no shorts. Always check it. I know there isn't, but I always check. So we'll go on to where we fitted the ground. Oh, we don't have to connect anything there. We could just leave that because the ground's there. Yeah, that's correct. And that there is designed to be missing. Correct. No. That one's not soldered. We didn't miss soldering, we forgot. And that's why I say always double check. There we are, we're done. So, no, the short there, which is supposed to be. That's ground. So, our smoother is now fitted. Our new smoother, reservoir and cathode. And there's me top off me tin. That one's crap. Tried to modify it, didn't work. That's better. There we go. Right. I may as well take that off because it's come off anyway, so I may as well take that off for now. It's come off anyway. Right, so what we'll do next is we'll take, let's turn that off because I don't need that on. Get this off. Right, and that's I'm going to leave that end there because I'm going to solder to that, because I think I might have trouble. Fucking take it out. Let's get it out. Let's get it out. Yeah, I've got someone there. I'll see who you are in a minute. Right. There we go, we've got that out. Positive goes that way. Negative towards me. So a quick look at the chat. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, they probably will. We'll see. Yeah, absolutely. Good afternoon, Adrian. Yeah, I probably will because yeah, because mine are a bit. They were just thrown in the bag instead of being packed properly. Because mine, as you're probably aware, is an unfinished project. It come in bits. I mean, I suppose doing it that way, it cuts out the middleman. But I didn't. When I do them, I don't remove the speakers or the tuner. I just disconnect them. But obviously somebody thought it was better to do it that way. Don't ask me why. Well, am I the one? Is it my position or right to question other men? The way people do things. Right, what's this? This is Dubilia. 25 volts, 25 microfarads. I'll probably have to extend the leads on a replacement. Right, well we've got 22s. Should be 22s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. We could put 33. We could put a 33 in there. If I had one of the right value, I could. Right, so this is I'll probably have to extend this because I'm not going to reach 22 by 25 volts. But let's turn it over and see, because it has to go from there to there, and I don't think, if I remember rightly, I don't think they reach. Because the leg has to be bent up. But that being said, I could solder it to the back, couldn't I? I could put it on there, and that wouldn't bother. You know, I mean, that would be okay. That would be acceptable if we just soldered it to the back. Right, we could solder it to the back, I suppose, and nobody would bother. Nobody will bother, I don't think, because we can't. Yeah, so negative is that way. Yeah, what we can do, we can solder it. We can put it on the back. Yeah, we can put it on the back. Yeah, we can put it on the back, it'd be alright. We could put it here actually. There we go. Yeah, it's easier to do that way. And do that. And we can get the capacitor right in the middle there. There we go. We can put it in this way. That's good. And put it there. Might need a bit more solder. Yeah, a bit more solder there. There's a piece there. I'm trying to use all my bits of scrap solder. I find lying around. Hang on. There we go. There we go. That'll be alright, that, because as long as it that's correct. Turn that over so it's that way. That way, we're not going to touch anything. Short out, no, that's good. And it's the right way, because negative is that way, that's correct. A lot of people don't like you putting them like that, but I'm doing it that way because it's easier. Right, have a quick look at the chat. See what the chat's got to say. Find the phone, there it is. Right. Oh, nice one. Good afternoon, Mark. Hope you're having a good day, guy. Yeah, if you send me your email address, I'll email you about the speakers, and we can, you know, discuss how to get them to me. Yeah, no worries, and you know, any payment you might want for them. Right, so let's test this capacitor, because it's probably all right, but it's been in there all them years, so it has to be changed. And that's apart from a couple of resistors on the amp. That's pretty much all we're doing on this today. Well, we'll do them capacitors there, I think, and then we're done. Monitoring for component. Well, that says a lot, doesn't it? Well, there we are. 31.92, 0.27 ohm, 0.27 ohms. Yeah, so he was on his way out, wasn't he? He needed to be replaced. I mean, what amazes me with this sort of thing is people go to the trouble of restuffing capacitors and stuff and whatnot, and I don't see the point really, because the capacitors, because who cares whether it's original or not, as long as the damn thing actually works. You know, as long as it does, it works. That's not correct for that. But we do all that anyway. All that'll get done. So we want to get this capacitor here out. We want to get him out. And what is he? Well, it doesn't matter what he is, he's coming out. And he's coming out. He's coming out. There we go. And the positive is that leg there. It's left a nice clean hole actually. Negative just straight onto there really. There we go. So let's see. What is he? He's 250 volts. 4 microfarad. Now there's no way, I can't see, but I will check because I haven't got one of those in. 250 volts at 4 microfarad. Might have to put him back if he's okay, because I haven't got 250 volts. Why have they gone for a 250 volts at 4 microfarad? Right, well that's your heater, that's your HT, that's your ground. Where's he going? I'll have to look in the manual for that, but I haven't got a 4UF at that value, so that's something I will have to get. So that puts this on a crimp, puts a crimp on this straight away. If this is okay, it's going back in, it's going to have to. Because I know I haven't got one of that value. .72, 0 ESR. Yeah. He can go back in. We'll break an habit of a lifetime and we'll reuse him, because we'll put him back in. Because I haven't got one, so I'm trying to think where my sucker is. Me and Mildred's got one of my suckers. I need to get that back because he's got the better one out of the two. There we are. Let's That's a bloody hole, that would help. It's a freaking hole. See ya. There it is. That's it. So we're going to put him back in because we haven't got one to replace him with. So we're going to have to carry on using him, I'm afraid. That's it. Just pop. Back into there. Can we see through that bloody hole? Yeah. Yeah, we can see through it. So we're going to see through it, we can get the bloody component leg through. And the component leg does go through because I've just checked it. Well, we're there. We can't go too difficult, too high, too low because it has the potential to hit the chassis. There's one in. Two in. So we've done that because we don't normally put them back in, but we've done that because we haven't got a replacement. Right, let's have a look at the chat. I'll be leaving this in a minute because I want to pop out. Yeah, I've got the service manual, thanks anyway. Hello Paul, yeah, yeah, I'll do that, yes. Yes, we can sort that out. Yeah, I'm sure. A guy for, yeah, that's 250 volts, that's going to hurt if it bites. Just about, but I don't think, to be honest with you, I'll be honest with you fellas, I don't think 250 volts goes anywhere near that, but I'm not going to take a chance in putting something less there because I don't know what the voltage is. Now, I've actually got the manual for it, Mr. Stewpot 65. I've got the manual for this. I've done a few of them over the years, as you probably know. But yes, or is it the service manual you have for the Dynatron? Could be that, couldn't it? I should have a was it a Cordova? I'm not pronouncing that properly, I know I'm not, but yeah, I should have a manual for that somewhere. Is that a radio or a record? It's a radio, isn't it? Or is it a record player? I've never seen one, to be honest, I've never seen one, so I don't know. But yeah, we'll be able to sort it out. That's for certain. Yeah, they can be a bit of a mess, these dance sets. I mean, they can be. Some of them are a bit. You know, you've got to, what do you call it? Yeah, you've got to you've got to have a good understanding, really. And like I'm always saying, you know, don't. You know, don't play with anything unless you know what you're doing with it. You know, but I'm gonna call it a day, because there's other things I want to do. I just thought I'd pop on, get started on this. I'm gonna call it a day, and you know, thanks for coming in. We've got the capacitors done mainly anyway. Just these two up here to do. I'll do them later, and we'll come back and we'll do resistors later, and hopefully there's some time tonight we can get the transformer back on, or if not tomorrow, get the transformer back on and get it on the bench and get it all wired up, put a speaker on and get it tested. We've still got the auto changer to service. I could cheat there actually, because I've got another auto changer. It's a black one, but it's the same thing. I could chuck that in it, but we'll see. I might service the original up. But for ease of convenience, I might put my black one in. We'll see. A lot of people think that the pink dance sets. A lot of people think that the pink ones are actually red ones that are faded, and they're not. You know, they are faded, but they were red. They did actually do them in pink. You know, I've just got an annoying fingernail there. Because I also want to do some preparation for Sunday's live stream as well, because we're doing the CB Radio Sunday, where we're going to do we're going to go through the radios I bought the other day. We're going to go through them correctly and nicely, and we're going to tune them all up if we can. Going to tune them all up, and I'll try and find a box of screws, and any that I've got screws missing, then we'll put screws in, do all that. I've got a couple of scrap rigs knocking about here, so a couple of scrap chassis from CBs, and they'll have screws in. I'll be able to rob the screws out of those. So when we'll have plenty of screws to do those. But I want to try and get this dance set finished before then as well. The only preparation I've got to do really is I've got to wire a mic up for Uniden, because all my mics tend to be wired for Cybernet. They're all Cybernet mics, all Cybernet wired mics, and I need to wire them. I need to wire at least one of them for Uniden, because most of them chassis I've got there they seem to be Uniden chassis. So most of them are Uniden, so we need a Uniden mic, so we can test every one of them properly and do an alignment on them. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, because I've got other things that need to be done. And let's turn that soldering iron off. And I will catch you all later in the next one. And I've just lost camera 3, not that it matters, and probably camera 2. Not that it matters because I'm going. And join me for the next one when we come back in a bit. I'll just quickly check the chat before I go. Record player with extension speaker. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, I'll have the manual for that. I've got the manual for most. Right. Well, I think I have that. I would be surprised if I didn't have the manual for that. But we'll get that sorted. And you know, yes, send it in. If you send me an email to the address that you see on the screen in a minute, send an email there. I will reply. When I check my emails in a bit, I will reply and I will send you my address, and you can get it over to me. And thank you very much once again. Bye for now, folks, and join me later for another instalment. Probably not a live instalment, but an instalment nonetheless on the Dansette RG31 radiogram from this version, or this example rather, from 1965. Bye for now, folks. Or 1964, sorry. Bye for now.